Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog, and you're joining me in session today. This is just a local day ticket water, and yeah, I thought I'd bring you guys along. I've not been on this water for quite a while now, but it's a real deep lake, and yeah, we've had some real hot weather lately, and I was thinking, be a good chance to get down here and fish in the margins and see if we can get the fish up. But massive change of weather today, and yeah, I'm still coming out, so I'm not going to let the weather put me off. People say when's the best time to go fishing, and obviously now is the best time to go fishing, like whenever you are. I don't get a lot of time on the bank, so I'm going to get out whenever I can and just make the most of the opportunities. We fish so many different rigs these days and so many different tactics that there's no reason why you should be put off going out fishing. Don't matter what the weather is. I mean, yeah, I understand if you're going to look for, the perfect weather or whatever that means. But yeah, to me, the perfect weather to go fishing or perfect time to go fishing is now, So we're back out on the bank, and yeah, I'll run you through what we're doing today. And so I've got 2 rods out already. I've got around to the peg because it was a little bit busy this morning. Yeah, we're on a deep lake today, and this lake is probably, well, last time I plumbed the depth it was something like 20 something feet, so I'll plumb the depth again today and we'll work out our swim. But I know this spot fairly well. We're on a bit of a marginal shelf, and it drops down off of some reeds, and in our right hand margin we've got like an overhanging tree that sits about 6 foot, and I'm thinking that's going to be a good depth today, hopefully. I've seen 1 fish show, so now I'm in a good area. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and yeah, if I make any changes or anything I'll let you know. But at the moment all I've got is 2 hinge stiff rigs out, one with a white pop up and one with a pink. So yeah, it's really windy today, and it's about 7 degrees, 8 degrees, something like that. But with that wind chill it feels 2 degrees, so it's definitely not warm. Yeah, it's a bit of cold wind. So yeah, the whole lake is kind of like banked up all the way around the outside of the lake, and then it sort of dips back down into the lake. And this is actually used as irrigation water for the fields in the surrounding areas. So the water does fluctuate through the year, but the water's up quite high today. But the swim that I've set up in is just behind the embankment, and the wind is cutting straight across, almost left to right from this peg. And because we've got the embankment, the wind is kind of allowing a little bit of space. There's a little bit of calm water just out in front of me, and I'm hoping it's not going to be too turbulent, and the fish might want to cruise up into this up onto this marginal shelf. But we'll see how it goes. And I've actually seen 1 fish show over deep water as well, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. And if I see any more fish showing over that deep water, it might be worth exploring later on with some zigs, or probably some adjustable zigs at that depth. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you up to date. But I think I'm going to get the kettle on, have something to eat, and just sit back and watch the water for a while, see if I can spot any.
Always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why. Always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you on a Friday, halfway out at the door of the club, playing soul on the weekends, stayed in bed till Wednesday, fell in love with you right there and then. I was young, couldn't see that.
Well guys, there's not much to report at the moment. Yeah, the sun's come out. It's really bright now, and I tell you what, it's actually really lovely and warm in the sun. But if you can hear the wind, it's still really blowing, and yeah, it's tearing across the lake. Luckily, I've got a little bit of shelter here. Got my brolly set up, kind of in a gap between 2 bushes. So yeah, I'm enjoying that, to be honest. It's quite nice and warm. So with just the sun on me, sheltered from the wind, it's lovely. I think I'm going to switch over my rods now. I've had them out on hinge stiff rigs now for an hour or 2, and to be honest, I'm not seeing anything coming up into the margins, or the water's fairly clear. I'm not seeing them. I baited a few little spots with just a couple of little handfuls of sweet corn, just so I've got that nice visual element and I can see if fish pass over it. Not seeing any of that. Yeah, so I think I'm going to switch over. I've just had a bit of a plumb around, use the marker float, and yeah, it's about 16 foot out in the middle, and it sort of shelves back towards me, you know, quite gradually, and then it hits a shelf. So basically it's going from 16 foot, slowly trickling up to about 10 foot, and then it jumps up straight from 10 foot up the slope onto the shelf, and then you've got a ledge which is about 6 foot into the marginal, like reeds and things like that. So, and generally speaking, those are the sort of spots that I usually would fish. I would fish up on the sort of working its way from 6 foot gradually up to the bank, in the reeds and or on the edge of the reeds, and underneath the overhanging trees, things like that, because that's the sort of areas that fish love, especially spring. But yeah, it's not really feeling it today with that bitter cold wind. It's bringing the temperature right down, probably 2-3 degrees, something like that, and it's just not feeling good. So I've seen a few fish showing out over deep water. So yeah, I'm going to get both these rods switched over to adjustable zigs, probably black foam, red aligners. It's all I ever tend to use with zigs. Get them out into the middle of the lake, and I'm going to probably get them up to, I don't know, maybe the top third. Maybe I'll start with one 3 foot under, one 5 foot under, something like that. See how it goes, and then yeah, if I get any indication, I'll yeah, maybe I'll switch the other one over as well. Or, you know, if I catch from one, then I'll swap both rods onto the same depth. But yeah, it's just about finding them really. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll get these switched over, and yeah, if I get anything, then I'll let you know. So in bright conditions like this, especially on a lake like this where it's, you know, the water's fairly clear, a pair of Polaroids are absolutely essential. Just don't leave home without them. If you're trying to bait spots in the edge, yeah, then these are absolutely essential to help you see everything on the bottom. You haven't got to worry about the glare off the water. So yeah, if you haven't already got some, get yourself a set of Polaroids. Absolutely brilliant. Well guys, gone and had one. Lovely mirror. Looks a decent one as well. Right. A little bit lively. Right, let's see if we can pick her up. Here we go then. Well happy with that. That's on the adjustable zigs, out in the centre of the lake. 16 foot of water, and yeah, I was fishing 3 foot under, so yeah, absolute belter. Well happy with that one. It's a real size as well, a real nice one. For the adjustable zig, I wasn't really expecting it, to be honest. It started to look a little bit overcast, and it's getting really cold now. But yeah, this one's come to a black zig on a black aligner, 3 foot under. Yeah, let's have a look at the other side. There we go. How about that? That's an absolute belter. Yeah, real stunner. Down. Fins nice and flat. That's a prime example of why tight. Hook her up. Well guys, whew, that was a right result. Yeah, just had a £20 mirror, well £20 and ounces. Yeah, on an adjustable zig, 13 foot off the bottom, or 3 foot under, in 16 foot of water, and yeah, absolute beaut. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, so I'm using one's just showed there as well. Yeah, it's all starting to kick off now. I've waited all day, it's been bitter cold in the wind, and just seen nothing. I was hoping to actually get a bite in the margins today, but yeah, just wasn't the one. As soon as the sun came up this afternoon, yeah, the fish have just come to life, come up in those layers, out over deep water. Yeah, really happy with that one. And yeah, so that came to a black zig, black liner, black foam, just a tiny piece of the foam trimmed down. On an adjustable, so oh my god, one's just showed right over my rod. So yeah, the way that I rig up my adjustable zigs, using the bolt bubble, you can very quickly and easily change over and use the same setup with like mixers or whatever on the surface to catch them off the top, you know, just by unclipping the lid. So that's why I like to rig them up this way, and I don't like to use an actual like adjustable zig float. But yeah, I'll run you through how I set that up in a second, and yeah, let's get back on it. I've got the rods back out. I've actually just changed the other one over now to I've kept the foam on. I've kept black and red, black foam, red aligner, but I've just put that at the same depth now. Yeah, they're showing like crazy now. They're all over the top, so yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of a tidy up now. Everything was a bit chaotic with that run. I've been fishing off the barrow today, so my mat and everything was underneath everything, so just left the fish in the margins safely, and yeah, got the mat out and everything, so I've turfed all my gear out, it's all over the floor, so gonna have a bit of a tidy up. Maybe I'll get the kettle on, and then yeah, hopefully we can get another bite. So how I tie my adjustable zigs: first of all, I take the Fox running rig kit, and I take the running ring swivel that's got a quick change clip, and I thread it down the main line through the big eye. And then I take the buffer bead that's in the kit and thread that on the main line of my rod using the small hole first. Then I proceed to take the bolt bubble float with the tail rubber and thread the main line through the tail rubber and out the back of the bolt bubble float. And then you just simply tie on the swivel end of your quick change swivel clip. I like to use a 5-turn grinning knot for this. Make sure to wet the knot before you bed it down, and then slide down the bolt bubble float until the swivel tucks nice and neatly into the grommet in the bottom of the bolt bubble float. And then all you do is slide the buffer bead back down your main line and tuck the tail rubber from the bolt bubble float inside the wide hole in the buffer bead. And then all you need to do is clip on to the quick change clip your desired zig rig. For me, I like to use a 4-foot zig rig with this method. This just allows maximum space between the hook bait and the float. And then all you need to do is clip on whichever size lead that you like to use. I like to use between 3.5 to 4 ounces for this method. This gives you maximum hooking potential. And lastly, I just like to add just a few drops of hemp oil inside the bolt bubble float so it can leak out and give you that nice oily slick in the water, which is going to add maximum attraction and leave a nice little flat spot so you can see where your hook, bait and float are. And if you want to use this method as a surface rig instead of a zig rig, all you need to do is simply unclip your lead and add a tiny bit of water inside the bolt bubble float so you've got the weight for casting. Well guys, I think we've got probably about 20 minutes left and I've got to be on the road. But yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a bit of a chilly one. It's weird, we've had the sun out, but that wind's been just tearing across. Like I say, this lake is sort of up on a bit of a plateau, and yeah, it's right in the middle of a big bunch of like cornfields and just open vast land, so the wind just tears across here. So it's been a bit cold, but yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I've had this bit of shelter. Got my my old brolly just pushed in between a couple of bushes. As you can see, the bushes in the background going through there. But yeah, it's been a really good day, to be honest. It's been really chilled out, and then this evening it's just all kicked off with fish jumping out everywhere, out in the deep water, and we've had that lovely mirror. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, and they're still showing, but unfortunately I've got to be off, so you know, you can't win them all. Yeah, it's just been really nice today, just sort of chilling out, sitting back on the chair, watching all the wildlife, and the ducks going mental today. It's that time of year again when they're all pairing up and arguing and fighting over each other. Yeah, it's been really nice actually, just sitting back, enjoying a bit of sun. Yeah, hopefully we'll get back out on the bank again at some point soon. Work's going to get a bit crazy the next few weeks, so not sure I'm going to be out on the bank that much. But yeah, whenever I do, I'll bring you guys along, and we'll hopefully we can get into a fish and show you some more for the camera. So yeah, right through this year I'm going to be filming these vlogs and going out to different venues, and probably going to do quite a bit on my local club waters this year. Keep everything as local as I can, really. I think lakes everywhere else are going to be a bit crazy, and there's still quite a few nice fish in my club water that I'm fishing at the moment. So yeah, we'll probably venture out to some different venues as well, different day tickets and stuff, maybe hit up a canal or two, and yeah, hopefully we'll get into a bunch of nice carp this year. Well, gone and had another one. Well lucky about this. Let's get it uncovered. A little bit lively, this one. Lovely, beautiful mirror again. Not as big as the last one, but still nice looking. It's got a bit of a dodgy mouth, but on the zigs again. How's about that? There we go. Another beautiful little mirror. This one's, I don't know, double figures. Yeah, don't really matter. The weight don't matter. Absolutely beautiful little creature. And another win for the Adjustable Zigs. This one was a black foam and a red liner this time. So yeah, well happy with that. Both rods are gone now. But yeah, cracking little fish. The weight's irrelevant, especially when they look like this. Absolutely beautiful little thing. And yeah, we're pretty much at time now. I've got to shoot off anyway, so got no rods left in the water now because I was just changing one over anyway. So I think I'll probably just pack them down now. That's a nice little way to sign off, I reckon. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and if you're interested in more content like this, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell for regular updates for me through the year. I'll see you on the next one. Alright, let's get her back.